With me on the line right now, Herman Li from DragonForce. Herman, thanks for taking my call tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me. Good to be talking to you.
Yeah, excellent. Now, if we can backtrack initially, you and Sam have been in the band from the start. Now, over the course of the history of the band, everyone else has left, been replaced. How has that been? How have you dealt with that?
Well, when we're talking in the beginning, we talk about really at the beginning when we just basically starting off, really just, with no albums or anything. So at the beginning time, we got people that comes in and they think they want in a band, and then they realize, oh, I gotta go and do some shows. I can't do that. I can't leave my job. So some things have changed here and there, at the beginning, and then as the band goes on, some people have done a world tour enough times. They just want to do something else. So things change as the years go past. You don't have to live and die in the band. Yeah.
Now, tell us a bit how you formed the band and what was the vision for the band when you put it together?
I mean, we just formed because we want to have some fun. That's what it was. There was no vision or anything, apart from we just want to play some music that we like and had a good time doing it. And hopefully, if we get lucky, we will get a record deal and do some tours around, in Europe and things like that. That was all we wanted to do. We were never into this whole idea that, oh man, I have to be a musician, I have to make a career out of it, or anything like that. We just did it for fun.
How were those early years? Fun? Were they hard?
You're an unsigned band in the early days. I guess that's the beginning. You try to get a deal, you make a demo, and then when we release the albums, of course, it doesn't really. It's nothing changed there. You still have to do your job. You have to go to work, and then you go on tour at the beginning. On the first album, nothing really changed until later on if there's any success, things like that. But at the beginning, just because you release an album doesn't really make it means anything. Yeah. You do
okay.
The same thing.
Would you change anything about the way you did it early on?
I'm not sure. I would change anything. You don't know what that change would do any better or worse. It's kind of funny. There's no right or wrong sometimes when you approach things like music or the music business or what to do. Should I have done that tour or not done that tour? So yeah, it's just leave the way it is. I'm still alive, still doing okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now, skip forward a bit. Now, I'm sure that for a lot of people, including my two sons here, by the way, everything changed. Well, everything seemed to change here with Through the Fire and Flames being on Guitar Hero 3. I mean, how do you view that? I mean, you're on the inside, we're on the outside seeing this video game, and it's almost taken over.
Well, the game came out in 2007. Around, they came out, a bit before Christmas, I believe, a few months before that. And by then, we pretty much stopped touring. We're at the end of touring for that album. We played Through the Fire and Flames, I don't know how many hundreds times by then on tour. So, I know everyone go, oh, DragonForce is because of Guitar Hero. Well, we've done by then we've done 5 tours in America. Pretty much, all the headline shows are all sold out and everything, and we've done, we pretty much done a whole world tour. So the band's name is known, and that's why we were on the game, because people knew DragonForce. They were requesting, a lot of gamers were requesting of DragonForce in the video game Guitar Hero 3. And then it's like, okay, that's kind of carried on while we just off tour making the next album, Ultra Beatdown. Yeah, that's what happened. They asked us to go back into America, and we said, well, we can't. We finished. We've done so many tours. It's just crazy. We can't go back and do another run, after that, when the game came out. Yeah.
Okay. I can tell you just from a personal note that my two sons picked up a guitar, like a real guitar, because of Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely made a difference later on.
Yeah.
That kind of regenerated the interest in that album, in Human Rampage, and it definitely made people got interested in the guitar. I think our song is not the only song on the game, so of course we know we're not the only one, but I think we help shape. I wouldn't say shape the game, but it helped to generate interest in electric guitar, I think.
Okay. Now, talking about the follow-up album to that album, so we're talking about Ultra Beatdown. Was it hard to follow that up? Was it hard to follow up, Inhuman Rampage is what I'm getting at there?
Yeah, I don't think it was hard to follow up, because when we were writing that album, the songs are getting so long. It's not like we were running out of ideas or anything. So I think we made it extra over the top, even more over the top than in Human Rampage on purpose. That was like an ultra fast album, everything in Human Rampage, but even more.
Yeah.
And we had fun doing it. Yeah. I guess the weird time is it was like that album came out when there was that whole economy crash, wasn't it? Yeah. That was the time that album came out.
Yeah. Now 4 years between Ultra Beatdown and The Power Within. Now that's a long time. Was it? You had a lineup change in the middle of all that. Was that hard to deal with, or was it something that just had to happen?
Well, because of the change of singer, that definitely took a lot of time to make another album, and also the Ultra Beatdown tour was long. We finished just end of 2009. So you can think about it, 2010. Then you have to get another singer, you have to make an album, get it released. So, and when you get a new singer, someone as important as that in the band, it really make a difference the way you're approaching the recording, rehearsing. Everything changed, I think, at that point when it comes to organization of the band. Those big shifts in the things.
Okay. Now Mark came into the band. Now I read that his first show was when you were opening for Iron Maiden. Is that true?
Yeah, that was the first confirmed show we had for him to do with the band.
That's a baptism of fire, if ever there was one.
Well, you have to step it up to get to you have to put, how do you say, you have to have challenges to rise to it. So luckily, that's what we told him. Luckily, we, in the background, while he was thinking that's going to happen, we did book 3 warm-up shows for him, smaller warm-up shows in Europe. And then we told him a week before, by the way, we're just going to do that. So it made him feel any better or worse.
Now, tell me the story about the dog picking the guitar solo. Was that true?
Yeah, I was recording the guitar solos, and I was looking at the face of the dog under the table when I was doing these whammy bar sounds, and I was picking the one that I thought, the dog looked the cutest, reacting to those high-pitched sounds. Isn't it great to have help? Man's best friend.
Right, moving on to the most recent album now, Maximum Overload. Now, here's another one. I never thought I'd hear a band release a Johnny Cash song, but if anybody could or should do it, it's DragonForce. Tell me how Ring of Fire ended up on a DragonForce album. I love it, but tell me how.
Right. Before that happened, we said we're never doing a cover song. So I guess the only way to evolve is to break your own rules. By having rules you set up in the band, you basically can't, there should be no rules anyway, so you make to break your own rules. And that was, I think Sam just was watching TV or something, and that song kind of came out, and he thought that would be a great idea to turn that into a DragonForce style super fast song. That sound, that's, and we heard the demo. We thought, that sounds cool, and that's kind of how it came about, yeah.
And also on the album, the game. How fast is that? What are we, 235 something beats a minute? That's crazy. How do you do it?
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember actually. That's kind of a G. He remember every BPM of every single song. I don't remember now, but it's 200 something like that. 230 something, maybe 240. I'm not sure. Yeah, but that's kind of went with the song, the aggression, and the 7-string guitar. And it's kind of funny. People thought, oh, that song is. I remember when that song first came out on the music video, and people were complaining about it. They go, oh, this is what's up with DragonForce? Why are they doing this? Why are they having 7-string guitars? So it's gone faster. But the funny thing is, previously when we released the song Cry Thunder, no one complained at all, and everyone should have complained that we played a mid-tempo song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone much slower than going faster. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Right. You're just about to release your latest album, Reaching into Infinity. Now, I've heard it. I love it. You can tell easily that it's DragonForce, but it pushes the boundaries of the DragonForce sound out a bit wider, in my opinion. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a constant evolution. The band is continuously evolving. We don't want to fall into the trap of a band just keep repeating, doing the same kind of sound all the time. Of course, some songs you go, oh, that sounds like from that album, but generally, as a whole album, there's a lot of elements added to it, and there's no doubt that I believe myself into evolving all the time. Learning new skills, getting better at what you can do, and that's the same way with DragonForce, and everyone kind of believe in that kind of way of making the band.
Now, I think the songwriting stepped up a notch too. It still sounds, remaining true to the DragonForce sound, but it just sounds a little bit more mature, if you like. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think it's a better album than the second album or the third album, etc. They just sound different, and it moves on with the time. It's just, I think the Ultra Beatdown or whatever album in Human Rampage, they're as good as each other. It's just they just have a different sound, and now listening to this album makes sense after you heard all those. It wouldn't make sense if you hear them backwards. No. Yeah. So it's just how it works, I guess, in the band. Once you hear it, if you're used to hearing the band, you go, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Now, it's the first album to feature G on drums. How's he going? Seems very good from where I sit.
Yeah. I mean, G is a great drummer. So he has toured with us for the whole Maximum Overload album, as well as the Killer Elite tour. And he's done also the Blu-ray release we did 2 years ago. So he's definitely been well integrated in the band, and he feels very natural in performing and playing with us now. So it's great that he's able to add stuff. And I remember I was talking to him about the album, and he was explaining to me certain drums and how he's done different. I just didn't understand actually at the beginning. He was explaining to me the complexity of the drums he did on the album. It was like interesting. Okay, wow, cool.
Now let's talk about some of the songs on Reaching into Infinity. I mean, let's start with The Edge of the World. How epic is that?
Yeah, I mean, fans been asking for more than 10 minutes DragonForce epic song, and here they are. They got it now. We finally done it. Like people say, oh, finally DragonForce have a dragon on the album cover. Now we finally have that big epic long song as well they've been asking for. I guess it's just slowly the band have added more stuff into it. We wouldn't be creating something like this on the first album for sure. Neither even the third album. At that time, we're building the first 4 albums. We're building our sound to be the ultra fast, epic, over the top, and now we added different tempos so we can kind of increase the contrast between the music and within the song itself.
Astral Empire is another one I want to talk about.
Oh yeah, that's probably the fastest song on the album, on this new album.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I always thought sometimes the songs aren't long enough or fast enough on new album, but it's actually when you listen to it, you go, oh, that's really fast. That's faster than 200 BPM. Yeah. And I remember counting the solos, and I kind of lost count midway how many solo sections was that in that song. Yeah.
Well, it is DragonForce we're talking about. Now, how are you going to select songs to play live from this, as I think pretty much all of the songs would suit quite well in a live setting. So it's going to be hard to narrow them down. Or have you already done that?
We picked a few of them already, including The Edge of the World, to be part of the rehearsal. Before the tour. So, I guess after we played them is to work out how they fit with the other songs we're going to play, like the older songs of the old album, and we go from there. So and also based on territory where we're playing, it's if we've done certain old songs or certain old songs we need to play, and how they would work together with the new songs.
Yeah, okay. Now, I read that some of this album was recorded in between festival dates, fly in, fly out, this sort of thing. Is that hard? Is that stressful, or is it relaxing?
Kind of a bit of both. It's easier to just be in the studio and not do anything else, just record. But sometimes after a while, you've done that, you think, well, I don't mind getting out. Some people say, I just want to get out and get drunk. So the festivals, doing these big shows, let people kind of get out of the studio and relax and play together as a band and go back in. You may feel more fresh, or maybe you won't, depends on how many drinks you had during this festival time. But yeah, that's kind of how we did it. And then at the end, we actually had the 3 months that was free for us to just finish the album.
So yeah, okay, fitted in well. Right, so that album's coming out in May, I believe. Am I correct there?
19th of May, that's when the new album come out, yes.
That's an excellent day because that's my birthday. And then shortly afterwards, in June, you're touring Australia for, what is it, the 5th time now?
I'm not even sure how many times that is, but I know it's the first time we get to put Australia at the beginning of the tour. So straight away after the album release, we'll come down. And instead of saying, oh, DragonForce is coming for the new-ish album that came out last year, but they're still on the same tour, now they're actually coming out for the brand new album on tour immediately. Yeah,
I think it's at least the 5th time, because I've seen you 3 times, and I did miss the 2011, I think, Soundwave, so that'll make 4 tours. So this would at least be the 5th, but you're not coming to Adelaide this time, so what's the deal there?
Well, I do have to apologize. I mean, we did come a few times, so unfortunately we couldn't fit Adelaide in the schedule this time. Just no availability on the venue, and the dates and stuff like that. So we do apologize for that, but at least we're going to the other places. Imagine we don't go to any. And the funny thing is, we haven't done a headlining tour in Australia since 2009.
Yeah, okay.
Headlining tour, sorry. Headlining tour. We've done headlining shows, but not a tour properly.
Now, without giving too much away, what can we expect here in Australia on this tour from DragonForce? New songs, obviously, some old songs.
Yeah, we try to make the show fun all the time. If people have never seen a DragonForce show, we are always getting better as well live. Not just in the studio recording, but we're also always trying to improve our live show. And there's going to be it's more of a fun. The show is much more fun than a serious show. So we always have a good laugh, and there'll be little twists and fun things in the show, yeah.
Okay. Now, how do you go with touring? Now, you mentioned that we were normally sort of towards the end of the tour here in Australia, but this time we're going to be right at the pointy end of the tour. How do you feel towards the end of the tour? Do the tours go too long? Are they not long enough? Do you like touring? Do you hate it? Do you get to the point in the tour when you say, I just want to go home?
It depends, really. It only happened maybe once that I'm really kind of like, oh man, this tour is brutal.
Yeah.
But that's like back in 2006.
Yep.
When we were like really, I think we did like 2 or 3 months, and with like 10 days off maximum, in 3 months kind of thing. Well, I don't think we got 10 days off actually. Probably none. I think 2 days off. Yeah, so that was pretty brutal.
Yeah. Okay.
It was in America in the summer, but we like touring. There's not really a time I think, I want to go home instead of being on tour.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what about these cruises these days, like 70,000 tons of metal, and there's a few others popping up around the place these days. They look like a lot of fun, are they?
Yeah, I mean they're more fun for the fans than for us.
Yeah. Okay.
they get to be drunk all the time. You know, and they get to come and annoy us. We get to get annoyed by drunk people all the time on the cruises. We don't get a minute rest.
Yeah. Now, I want to talk to you about something I saw on one of these cruises, like on YouTube, obviously. Now, guitar solo while underwater. I mean, really? I mean, tell us about the work that went in to pull that off. I mean, you don't just jump into the water with your guitar. I'm sure a lot of work has to be done before you do that. What's involved there?
The first time I did this, I played in the jacuzzi on the last song of the set. That was on 70,000 tons of metal, and obviously the jacuzzi isn't that deep, so I just play in it. I was in the water playing the guitar with the fans and all that. And then I thought, okay, well, I tried to go under the water, but just not deep enough. When we played Full Metal Cruise, that was in Spain, they had the swimming pool right in front of the stage.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
What would you do? Yeah, it makes no sense that you would not use everything at the show, to improve the show, and that's it. So I I try to make the guitar as waterproof as possible, the wireless system, and just and I remember the 80s. You see guys playing in the pool in the water, but that was just music video miming.
Yeah.
So I want to do it live, and that's what happened. I prepared the guitar as much as possible and just went in there, went under the water, hold your breath, and try to play the song while you at the same time. Yeah, the guitar. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Herman, DragonForce, absolutely magnificent talking to you tonight. I'd like to thank you very much for getting in touch and talking to us about your new album, which is called Reaching into Infinity, out very shortly. Magnificent. And once again, I'd like to thank you for talking to me tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's great talking to you, and I do apologize to all the fans in Adelaide that we can't make it there on this tour, but I hope to see them somewhere, if not Australia, somewhere else. And thanks for, checking us out.
All right, Herman, thanks for talking to us, mate. You best of luck with the new album and the tour, and have a great day.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, mate. See ya.